Hello and welcome back to some more Genshin Impact. So I'm going to be continuing with this timed event here. I'm going to start on the Assault Scenario's second stage. It wants me to complete it within 210 seconds, so let's go ahead, configure the lineup. They've given me more to choose from now. So I should try... Okay, you see at the bottom there where there's like the green, purple, and yellow symbols? If you look at the opponent details profiles on the right there, it shows the purple symbol, which means that they're weak against the enemies that have these types, the green symbols. So those are what I should choose for this particular challenge. I think I'll go with the slimes there, and let's go ahead and start this challenge after selecting my leadership skill. I'll go with Sweeping Whirlwind. I liked the way that one worked the last time, so. When there are only units from a single faction nearby, the Stronghold flag will be captured by the faction after a certain period. The faction controlling the flag gains deployable units 25% faster. When you control the flag, you can deploy units nearby, yeah. So the idea is to, first of all, bring out your guys and, oh, there we go. And capture these things as quickly as possible, thereby making it possible to continue your march forward. And that one is now mine. Well, actually, it will be mine in a second here. No! These guys are,
Going somewhere?
These guys are being a little bit of a problem, aren't they? Okay, good. Just gotta keep summoning them. I just remembered I have this ability. I could have used it on that previous fight. Oh well. Maybe I can use it against that. Yeah, I can. Bring out my hilly churls. Destroy it. Oh great, one of those guys. Good. Easy. Easy. Very, very easy. So let's go ahead and claim the prizes for that. Very nice. Let's move on to this one, Saturation Fire Theory. So I'm looking at the little symbols. They're weak against purple. And wait a second, that's a symbol that's not present on any of the suppression rules? Wait a second. That Ruin Guard up there doesn't have the symbol that's part of these suppression rule things. So I don't know what's going on with that. Maybe it's not weak to anything, or maybe it's only weak against other Ruin Guards. So yeah, I'll go with the Ruin Guard and figure things out from there. So let's go ahead and start. Oh, I haven't selected my leadership skill. Let's go ahead and do something else this time. Blazing Breakthrough. And start. Capture the opposing stronghold. Sounds simple enough. Oh, they're attacking my stronghold.
Let's end this now.
Let's go ahead and do that.
Let's end this now.
Is this mine? No.
Let's end this
That's
now.
theirs. You can tell by the red HP bar. Green is mine, and red is theirs. Oh. Go ahead and do that. Hopefully, hopefully my guys can do this. Good. That's now officially mine. Put out another hilly churl. I forgot the actual name of these big guys. I keep forgetting it, rather. I've heard it so many times in the past, but it's easy to forget. So there is an advantage to choosing the smaller units. You know, I chose all the really big units, but I think the smaller units respawn faster. You know, so that way you can summon them more often. And because I don't have small units to summon more often, these guys are, well, posing a little bit of a threat to me. Okay, cool. Come on, focus on... Why aren't they focusing on the device?
We'll meet again.
I'm a little bit annoyed by that. You know what? I'll do it. Wait. Okay, good. There we go. I got all 3 of them. I was a little bit worried that I wouldn't get all 3 of them with the way things were looking. So there we go. So on to the 4th one. And I just got to figure out enemy weaknesses and stuff. And that's the lineup I'm going with. So now I'm going to choose Momentous Wave as my my skill. What does it say? Attack your opponents with billowing waves, dealing AoE hydro damage, and causing nearby allied units to recover health over the next 2.5 seconds. Okay. So let's go ahead and start. Okay, just got to place these guys down a little bit further forward, just like that. Let's kind of get these guys to go over to this, maybe? Hopefully. No? Good grief. The enemies are not holding back. Oh, that enemy got frozen because it went into the water there. That's funny. Hopefully this thing keeps freezing them for me before it gets destroyed. Ah, great. This one's actually a little bit tougher. Yeah, I may lose. Because my units are all dead. Not good. Come on, guys. You know, I started off with 2 units, and now I'm down to 1. I'm calling these things units, you know. Little points that you're supposed to capture. I think I know why or how I messed up initially. It's because it's because of the way I did some things at the start. Okay, you. The enemies have to have a limit on how often they can resummon their units, right? Yeah, their forces, I should call them. This isn't good for me. Definitely not good. Come on.
Fall before me.
I don't think anybody's falling behind before you. These enemies have completely destroyed me. Whoops. Heal? Oh, darn it. I thought I was healing the big guy over there. I accidentally targeted the little guy. I mean, at least I still got this one right here, but it's not really doing me any favors right now. Yeah, this is a disaster. The only good thing is that my little monsters might actually, yeah, be able to turn the tables now because the enemy units are so low.
Fall before me.
It got frozen mid-sentence. Anyways, I'm down to 2 stars, which is not good. It means that I'm gonna have to do this all over again. I don't know how to feel about this. Come on, it's taken over. Good. Now, I should place this one over here. Like so. Help prevent the enemies from messing with me too much. Come on, man. There we go. Take that over. Good. Finally. Ah, darn. Let me see what I missed out on. So I missed out on these, and I'm pretty sure that I need all of those to claim everything. I could be wrong about that. I will do that one again off camera. And this is the last one I'm gonna do before moving back to the, back onto the Archon Quest. I just realized something. One of the reasons why I may have been having so much trouble is I was referring to the, the suppression rules thing, but I forgot that the enemies and your units, your characters versus the enemy characters, have different elements. If you look at their little profile pictures in the upper left corner of them, they have, their types. I wasn't paying attention to that before, and that probably is why I had such a hard time in that previous round. Another aspect I didn't really pay attention to before is the difference between an enemy, or rather one of your units that can do ranged attacks versus those that can't. This one cannot hit flying targets, so I've got to be careful about that too. And that's what I'm going with for my lineup. I'm going to go back to using Sweeping Whirlwind because I like that the most. So let's go ahead and do this. I'm going to deploy this one and this one over here. I may have chosen the wrong one for the one on the left. You know what? Let's do this.
Fry.
Come on.
Fry.
You just gotta keep trying to find like a balance. Wait. Oh no. Not good. Come on. Oh good. This is now mine. And that one can also be mine here in a second. Oh, it's still gonna keep adding up. Okay, good. I didn't know if, like, you needed your characters to be within range of it or not. That's why I kept going back to the start to, like, deploy my units in front of them. If that makes any sense. There we go. So, I'm about to actually get all 3 stars for this. This one was a lot easier. And it's primarily because I did not have the right setup in the previous match. Wow. This goes to show I should have been paying more attention, right? So yeah, let's go ahead and claim the rewards. There's still a bunch of stuff to do with these. And of course this, and then there's still these 2 that are locked for that, but I can always get to that in the next video. Let's go ahead and claim these things right there. So I need a total of 1,800 analysis progress. things. You know, those things that I'm trying to get from completing the challenges. So, oh, let's choose this and go back over to the village to talk to Dainsleif.
Dane? Hello, Dane? Why are you just zoning out over here? Did something happen?
You know, in the previous video, I was thinking that Paimon sounded a little bit funny, but now I'm like, well, it's starting to sound like Paimon to me again. Anyways, what's wrong, Dane?
The missing person from your commission. Could you describe them to me?
No, because nobody else can describe them to me.
Oh, young guy?
Oh.
Early 20s? Seriously, Dane, what's going on?
I suppose, yeah, that makes sense.
There appear to be certain memories in my mind that weren't there before.
Excuse me?
Memories of him.
Oh, that's just wonderful.
Maybe we just talked too much about him yesterday and you had a weird dream or something?
No, it wasn't a dream. They're memories. Memories that suddenly appeared in my mind after I woke up. And I'm certain I've never met this person before.
Well, what exactly did you remember?
I remember handing him the eye of the first field tiller.
Excuse me?
What? Okay, so this missing person definitely has something to do with the Abyss Order then.
Indeed. And it appears he possesses the ability to implant memories into the minds of others.
How is that even possible?
Wait then. All the memories the villagers have of him, could they be fake too? Maybe they never knew him at all. But why would he do something like that?
Whatever the Abyss Order is planning, an important truth has been revealed to us this morning.
What sort of truth?
That their goal is still to obtain the eye of the first field tiller. They haven't stopped searching for it. I am the only person who knows its location. Perhaps implanting that particular memory was an attempt to interfere with my mind in some way.
Is the eye still safe? What if that memory is real?
Your concerns are not entirely unfounded. I don't believe the Abyss Order is capable of altering reality like that just yet.
So, obviously it would be a massive mistake for us to go to wherever the eye is hidden, right? Like, that would be a stupid thing to do at this point, because then they could just follow us to it and take it. So, we're not going to do that, right? I'm just saying this right now, because if they go to where it is and they lead them, you know, the Abyss Order to it, I'm going to be slightly upset.
However, considering their single-minded pursuit of the eye, I would say an equal level of caution is in order on our part. Come with me. We must check whether the eye is still in our possession.
Of course they're gonna do that.
Oh, so you're going to take us to where you hid it?
This is such a... no. But what if someone follows us? If we go straight there and someone is on our tail, aren't we just exposing the eye's location? Thank you. Thank you, Aether. Thank you, writers of the game, for at least acknowledging how stupid it would be to lead the enemy to it. Like, I'm really hoping Dainsleif has some way of protecting it, even if we lead them to it. Maybe that's the reason the Abyss Order implanted that memory in the first place, to force Dane to confirm the eye's location. Yeah, that's what I was thinking. He's probably also thinking that now. Given what I know of him, though, I'm sure Dane has already thought of that possibility. It seems like he might already have a plan. Hey, let's go. Lead the way, Dane.
Of course.
Man, this just seems like a really bad idea. Go to the place where the field tiller's eye is hidden, I guess.
So you hid it way out here? Not an easy place to discover, that's for sure. Well, let's go check to see if it's safe.
Traveler, wait.
Huh? Oh no, this is not good.
We've no time to lose. Let's head inside.
Yes, we... wait a second. What was that about? What was Dane going to tell me just now? Maybe he's being controlled somehow.
Hey, wait up!
Or his memories are being messed with. Either way, I was right. This is a really bad idea. You know what would be wonderful is if he's leading us to a place where, like, a fake eye is hidden, right? That would just be awesome. Because then it would force the Abyss Order people to reveal themselves and ruin their plan, you know? Dane brings you to where he hit the eye before. As you continue onward, the answers will soon be revealed. But when you step within, there seems to be something strange going on with Dane. Of course there is. So, we're going to enter the depths of the ruins, and I just realized something. We cannot play as Dane. I was expecting to be able to play as him. Oh well. That's a shame. It would have been nice. Are there any treasure chests hidden back there? No? I don't think so anyways. If I missed something, then oh well. It was probably just some equipment that I don't even need anyways. Nothing there. Go ahead and get rid of these little fungi.
Think you can get away?
There's a treasure chest up there. Oh, 3 treasure chests. What's up with that? Wait, am I wrong?
I will have order.
I can't tell now.
Stabilize.
Oh, there are 3 switches. Okay. Whoops. Do that. Get rid of you. Oh.
Allow me.
So the real question is why...
It appears the mechanisms here have changed over time. You can access the upper floor through the side door. Perhaps you should try reactivating the mechanism over there.
Okay. I was gonna say, the real question is why were they giving fake memories to the villagers in Vamara? I mean, assuming that they were fake memories, which it's safe to say that they almost certainly were at this point. I don't know. It just seems very weird. Especially if their goal was to somehow get Dainsleif involved. I mean, how could they guarantee that he would appear there, right? A lot of things are off about this. That's all I have to say. Okay. Come on, you. It's being wasted. I wish that they would activate a little bit faster. I mean, I think it's cool that they have the whole activation process, but at the same time, it, you know, it interrupts the flow of gameplay a little bit. Okay. So that did something. Shined some kind of light down there. Anything else in this room? No? Okay, let's jump down.
Make sure all the runes are pointing in the direction indicated by the light. That should unlock the mechanism.
Huh, so rotate the device. There's 1. There's 2. There's 3, and...
The door's open. Let's go.
What was this one for?
Our destination is just up ahead.
What was this one for? I only messed with 3 of them, right? Eh, whatever. I guess the 4th one was for nothing. Continue forward, up through here. Okay, What's back down that way? Just the room that I came from? What is that statue right there? It seems kind of important. At least it's not upside down, right? Last time we were with Dainsleif and we found a statue, it was upside down.
Looks like we can't go any further.
Be on your guard. I sense the presence of the Abyss.
Gee, really? You think? Oh my gosh, I'm so shocked. Hello there.
They're here!
Surprise, surprise.
Hold the line. My apologies.
Oh, I just realized that this is a
order.
this is a cryotype, isn't it? Which means that I probably should have had a what do you call it type with me? A pyrotype. I wasn't paying attention to the recommendation because I usually don't care. Hopefully that's not going to come back to bite me in this fight. I mean, I'm slowly destroying its shield for what it's worth. And at least Venti can do some damage to the shield. Not so much the other characters, though. Yeah, the other characters don't really have much of a... don't have much luck with that. Can she at least deal some damage to it with this? Nope. Well, actually, yeah.
Solidify. Order guide you.
That does a decent amount.
Think you can get away?
Hopefully this will do even more.
My apologies.
Yeah, the enemy went into it at least. A big mistake entering this place without a pyro character.
Rebuild.
Not enough of a mistake for me to go out, you know, and come back in, but a big enough mistake that I'm regretting it.
Stabilize.
Brace yourself.
Come on. Oh.
Here we go.
Darn it. I really wish that,
Solidify.
never
Time
mind.
for takeoff.
Doesn't matter.
Brace yourself.
Wow, I got frozen.
Whirling snow.
Been a while since that's happened to me.
Stabilize. I will have order.
Come on, you. I've almost got you down. I mean, at least this feels like a proper boss fight, right?
Solidify.
Even if it's kind of an unnecessarily long one. Let's go ahead and do that.
Brace yourself.
Kind of reminds me of the mistakes I made with the timed event. Making that one match way longer than it had to be. Whoop. Come on, you. Do that.
Stabilize.
Do this. No. Figured. The last thing I want to have happen is to get knocked off the ledge. I think he could get knocked off the ledge over there. Alright, this should finish it. There we go. So now we need to talk to Dainsleif.
Just as I suspected. The false memories were a trap. The Abyss Order just wanted to follow us here. Now that they're in the vicinity, we should have a chance to see...
Dane? What's wrong?
Can you feel that? There's been a disturbance in the ley lines. It must be the work of the Abyss.
Wow, you must be really sensitive to that sort of thing. Paimon doesn't feel it.
You too. Do as I say. Use that mechanism over there and leave this place.
Leave you here on your own? Will you be alright?
The Abyss Order is putting something in motion. If you return to Vimara Village, I suspect you might finally have the opportunity to locate the missing villager. Just think of it as a way to divide and conquer.
Alright. I don't know, it seems like a really bad idea to leave him here by himself. Dane does have a point, but something still feels off. What am I missing? I don't know, the fact that he keeps having these weird head pains? What's that look about? Is this who I think it is? Is this Aether's sister? It's like really dramatic. Of course, it could also be Dainsleif's brother or something. Nope. It's Aether's sister.
I knew going along with your trap would be the only way to meet with you face to face.
You risked your safety and that of the Eye? That's quite the gamble, Dainsleif. But I believe that I am the one walking into a trap laid by the Twilight Sword.
So you came here all on your own? What about those followers of yours?
When the Twilight Sword is prepared for battle, any army I could send would only be marching to their doom. Better that I face you alone. I know you must have a lot to say, but if it's a conversation you want, you'll have to defeat me first.
Okay, so yeah, they're getting into a fight there. Aether's probably never gonna find out that his sister was there unless Dainsleif tells him. Dainsleif. I keep calling him Leaf, but I could swear that they used to pronounce it as Leaf. Anyways, so we are out.
On the move. The ley lines are all out of whack. We better hurry back to Vimara Village and see what's going on.
Oh, we're like in a... Yeah, we're in a story mode area. So back towards the village we go, and oh, some hilly churls.
Hey, look at those hilly churls over there.
They seem strangely calm.
Weren't they acting super agitated just a little while ago? Why are they so calm all of a sudden?
And where did that sound come from all of a sudden? Wait, I hear something.
In the New World, they bade farewell to the shrouded sun. At last, they no longer needed to dwell on their suffering, or try to differentiate between various thoughts of blasphemy. Such was the price they paid, and thus their souls became cleansed and pure.
Did you hear that? What was that sound just now?
You heard it too, Paimon. It was someone's voice.
It sounded so gentle. Could that voice be comforting the hilly churls in some way? Oh, this is weird. Let's check if this is happening anywhere else.
Sure. So, the hilly churls, will you be upset if I take your fruit? No? Okay. Just had to check. So, over here now. Some more hilly
Looks like
churls.
the same thing is happening over here too. The hilly churls are calm.
You see, we're both still here. We've reclaimed an endless amount of time to love. Release your tears. You no longer need to hold back your sorrow.
It's that voice again. This is very, very weird. And hey, look, a bird is not afraid of me. That's... Well, it flew off eventually, but I thought it was going to stay there.
Over there. It looks like they're sleeping.
In the end, he whispered softly, "Sleep well, Father. Sleep well, my beloved people. When you awake, that which differentiates us shall be no more."
almost sounds like a poem or some kind of story. Well, now that the Hilichurls have calmed down, Vimara Village should be safe at least. Let's put this situation to the side for now. Dane said this might be our chance to find the missing villager, so we should head back to Vimara Village before it's too late.
Okay then. Let's go ahead and get these little fruits and head towards Vimara Village, which is a fair ways away. I can't teleport there because I'm in a special zone right now.
Grandpa Amadea, is everyone alright? The Abyss Order seems to be up to something nearby.
The Abyss Order? This is the first I'm hearing of it.
What, or is it the first you're hearing of the Abyss Order itself, or of the trouble they're causing?
Thank you for your concern, but as far as I'm aware, it's been business as usual here in the village.
Well, that's good to hear.
Okay.
Oh, also, you didn't happen to come across any clues about the missing villager while we were gone, did you?
Someone's gone missing, you say? Who would that be?
Of course, he would ask that question.
Huh?
You don't remember? Things just got even more complicated. Of course they did. Where do you think we are? Sumeru? Of course we are.
You know, the young guy from Vimara Village. The one you've been looking for all this time. You posted a commission with the Sumeru Adventurers Guild. That's kind of the whole reason we're here, actually. Your missing persons commission.
Ah, I do apologize, you two. I hope I'm not worrying you too much. I'm sure it's just my age making me forgetful again.
Sure it is.
At least right now, I can't seem to recall whatever it is you're referring to. Perhaps you should try asking someone else.
But how is that? All right. Thanks for your help, Grandpa Amadea. Something's definitely not right. We just talked to Grandpa Amadea about the missing villager. There's no way he could have forgotten all about him just like that. What do you think, Traveler? Could everyone's memories of the missing villager have been erased again?
It's too early to say. We should check in with the others first.
You're right. We should narrow down the possibilities first. Let's go ask someone else then.
Sounds like a plan. They gonna do it automatically? Nah, I think they're gonna make me walk.
Someone's gone missing? Who?
Just as expected. That guy you said a bunch of nice things about earlier? The one you always used to chat with. He's around 20 years old, and you said he was a kind, warm-hearted person?
Oh, I know who you're talking about.
Really? You remember?
I doubt it.
There aren't many young people who've earned that kind of praise from me. If you're certain that's what I said, then there's only one person who fits the bill.
Wait.
No doubt about it. But why'd you say he's gone missing?
Have you seen him recently? Do you know where he went?
Yeah, I just saw him leave the village. There was someone else with him, too. They couldn't have gone far.
Okay, they've gone to the tree. The lady that told us about them going there and time not passing and stuff.
Strange. Bayram seems to remember him. And apparently he just saw him? Do you think maybe it's not that there's something wrong with people's memories, but that we've somehow returned to a time before he went missing?
Okay, don't bring time travel into this, Paimon. Yeah, no, just no. I doubt returning to the past would be that simple. Given everything Dane mentioned about disturbances with the ley lines, I'd say it's far more likely this is related to memories in some way. I need to think carefully. What's really going on? Okay. People have forgotten about the missing person.
Just like what happened with Greater Lord Rukadevada. No one remembers him. Because there's been a change in people's memories.
We've returned to a point before the disappearance took place.
If we really did travel back to a time before he disappeared, that could explain why the villagers said he hadn't gone missing.
We are presently traversing someone's memories. Now that, right there, makes some sense.
If this person only exists in people's memories, maybe we're in someone's memory right now.
Let's submit the conclusion.
Right! Paimon totally forgot about the leyline disturbances. We're in someone else's memory. Just like how you entered your sibling's memory last time. That would also explain why we seem to be at a time before he went missing. It's a memory after all.
If we really are in someone's memory, then this is our chance to find him.
Right. If he's someone who only exists in people's memories, then we're finally on the same turf. But didn't Bayron just say that he saw him leave the village with someone? Where should we go look for him?
Well, we already know the answer to that, Paimon.
Who knows how long this ley line disturbance is gonna last? We might not have that much time, and we don't even know whose memory this is.
Let's go through what we know so far.
Good idea. That'll help us narrow things down. We pretty much figured out that the missing villager has the ability to...
implant memories into the minds of others.
Right! That! Could we try to figure out more about him using what we know of his ability? Like, does it maybe leave a trace that would somehow give him away?
Implanting memories into the minds of others must be an imperfect process. There's no way the new memories could perfectly blend in with the old ones. There has to be some kind of tell. Scenes from false memories will not change.
All the memories seem to be set in or near Vimara village, but I'm still not sure if they're restricted to this location.
Time does not pass within false memories. That sounds like it's going to be the correct one.
If time was allowed to pass within the false memories, there's a higher chance they might conflict with someone's original recollection. That would make it much harder to avoid suspicion.
False memories are easily forgotten.
There's a difference between memories that arise from lived experiences and those that are implanted into the mind. Perhaps it has something to do with time.
Let's see. So, scenes from false memories will not change. That's actually, that one's probably the weakness. And the reason why is because events are probably repeating over and over again, right? So that's why we know that they've gone to the tree. That's my conclusion.
No.
Oh, really?
Based
No?
on what we know so far, there isn't any evidence to support that conclusion.
Okay, never mind then. I'll go with my original guess. Time does not pass within false memories.
No wonder! All this time and the sky hasn't changed a bit! That must mean time isn't passing! That's the tell of the fake memories! The implanted memories are basically taking place outside of the regular 24 hours of the day. If the memories included the regular passage of time, it would be easy for people to tell that something was off. Like there could be overlap or something. People might start to wonder why they remember doing two different things at the same time of day. That's why he makes sure the memories take place at a specific moment in time rather than over a period of time.
If we consider this in conjunction with what we already know, then the question of whose memories this is seems to have an obvious answer. It does? I guess it would be Atosa, right?
The color of the sky coincides with the moment in time she described. Dainsleif had memories implanted into his mind. Could it be that it's happened more than once?
Huh, that's an interesting question.
We thought Chief Amadea forgot about the missing villager, but it turns out we're at a moment in time before the village issued the commission.
Let's go to Atosa.
Oh, right! That's exactly what Atosa described!
Come to think of it, every time we talked, it always seemed to be around dusk, just like right now. Time always passed by really slowly. Even when it felt like we'd been talking for hours, the sun would still be at the same position in the sky.
Yep, that has to be it! This is definitely Atosa's memory.
Let's go to the tree.
Yeah, that's where they'll be.
I mean, I figured that out a while ago, but I'm glad that the game finally caught up.
So, you see, Granny Jahiet was a mercenary when she was younger. She just talks like that out of habit. She's not trying to scare the children on purpose. Oh, there I go again. Always talking about my own things. Do you maybe have anything you want to share? It's okay if you don't. You could also just talk about what you think of me?
Oh, I think you're an incredibly strong and thoughtful young woman.
Look at his eyes. The same kind of eyes that Dainsleif has. Dainsleif, whatever.
You'll meet many amazing people and live a very happy life. You won't miss someone like me.
Huh? Are those your friends over there?
She doesn't recognize us? Of course she doesn't. We finally found him, but why does he look kind of familiar?
Oh, right. This version of Atosa hasn't met us yet.
Friends? I guess you could say that. It must have taken them a lot of effort to find me.
So he recognizes us, huh?
So, I should see what they need. I'm sorry, Atosa. We'll have to continue this conversation another time.
Another time, huh? Yeah, okay. I'll head back to the village then. Talk to you some other time.
So, what are the chances of this guy actually being Dainsleif's brother?
It's nice to see you, Traveler. I believe this is the first time we've met.
You're... Factoring in the memories, the Abyss Order, the Loom of Fate, and everything else, I need to think of the one person that can connect all this together. I mean, yeah, it's probably the visionary Fedrifulner. I forgot how to pronounce it. Let's read these one by one. So, Clothar Alberic.
The founder of the Abyss Order. The man who broke the curse of immortality.
Caribert Alberic.
Born into abject sorrow, he shall now become the Loom of Fate.
Wait a second. The visionary
Dane's
Fedrifulner.
brother, one of the 5 sinners of Conria. The one who stole the power of the Abyss.
Now I'm not sure which one to go with. I'm just gonna go with my first guess.
No, that doesn't seem right. I need to think about this some more.
I mean, different hair colors, so I guess it wouldn't make sense for him to be Dane's brother, but... Okay, let's go with this one.
You're... Caribert Alberic.
So, I remember I think it may have been like 2... or I don't remember how long ago it was. But one of the previous Archon Quests that involved Dainsleif, whatever, had a character who was mentioned, but I don't think we ever saw, which is this guy. I think. I could be misremembering it.
Oh. You know me? That's quite the surprise. I don't believe I've met you before.
I think Aether is about to explain how he knows him.
Oh, I see. It was the memory, wasn't it? Your sibling's memory. You saw the me from back then.
Okay, we did see him back then. It was the one where, like, Aether looked into the mirror and he saw his sister. And, you know, it turned out that you were actually, like, playing as her or whatever for that short period of time. But even though, like, from our perspective, it looked like we were playing as Aether. Very weird stuff.
This is Atosa's memory. I came here to say goodbye to her. But I suppose I'll just leave her a message instead. Come, let's find somewhere else to talk.
What's he doing? Okay, a bunch of text I can't understand. Wonderful. So, what was that? And where are we now? I mean, it's nice looking, I'll give it that. Yeah, very pretty looking. So let's continue this way. To where that guy's... Oh, we're walking on the water. I wasn't expecting that. I can't dash, though. Which is very unfortunate. What is this place?
I suppose you could call it the realm of my consciousness. I'm someone who no longer exists in the real world, after all. As you well know.
You look quite exhausted.
It's nothing. I still have enough strength to play the part of a good host. I've always hoped that I'd get the chance to talk to you like this. And now, the time has finally arrived.
This is a rare opportunity for me as well. I should try to learn as much information from Caribert as possible. Or as I can. What exactly happened to you? Or what exactly is the Loom of Fate? That's probably a better question.
Extreme sorrow and pain. Hope and regret coursing through your veins. And a degree of abyssal power that defies comprehension. Father told me that once I possessed all those elements, I would become the Loom of Fate. But despite his intentions for me, I never truly became the Loom of Fate. I was merely used as a means for its construction. In truth, I died the moment I set everything in motion. The person you see before you now is nothing but a remnant of consciousness left over within the Loom of Fate.
Caribert is dead. That's why he no longer exists outside of people's memories.
As for your question, the Loom of Fate is a device capable of weaving ley lines.
Weaving ley lines, huh?
In its primitive form, it can only be used to create and implant memories. But as more of it is completed, its power becomes stronger and stronger, until finally, it has the power to weave real ley lines of its own. Once fully completed, the moment it gains the power to weave ley lines, it loses the lower level ability to influence memories. But it also becomes a tool that can change the entire world.
So that was the source of your ability to implant memories.
Yes. I have the ability to control the Loom in its semi-completed form. I suppose you can think of it as a form of compensation. After all, its existence cost me my life.
So the memories that suddenly appeared in Dane's mind were implanted by Caribert during the half-finished Loom of Fate. That makes sense, but I'm still lost as to why he went so far as to introduce himself to all the residents of Vamara Village. But why did you implant the memories of yourself into the people of Vamara Village?
That. I was wrong to implant those memories. I'm sorry I caused so much trouble. Not only for everyone in the village, but for you as well.
Really now, this guy is being awfully polite considering everything that's happening outside right now.
I just wanted them to feel like I once existed in this world. As if I had a chance at life.
So that's why I never would have guessed. But is there any kind of meaning to this? Does only existing in people's memories really count as living?
I know what you must be thinking. Why would I do something so meaningless? But I just couldn't accept it. I had to know what it would be like if I had my own life. What kind of person I would be. What other people would think of me. Chief Ahmadiyya, Baram, Granny Jahiat, Atosa. What would it be like if I could live alongside them? No cataclysm, no curse. Just a quiet life in a peaceful village. I was curious, so I selfishly tried to have my own life. Even if that meant piecing together the version of myself that could have been. One memory at a time. I know it sounds stupid. After all, my life ended a long time ago. Any chance at living was stripped away from me when I was 8 years old. My consciousness left to mature in an illusory world of nothingness. Even the form you see before you was nothing but an invention based on my father's appearance. An imagined version of what I would look like if I had the chance to grow up.
Yeah, I didn't remember what his father looked like, but I know that we met him. Well, I'm pretty sure we met him. In the end, this all stems from the tragedy that occurred in Conria back then. You know, everyone is looking for you.
I know. But there's nothing I can do to make them find me. If I could exist in the real world, I would return without a second thought and surprise them with the suddenness of it all. But, well, that's not possible for me.
As I understand it, even though you only appeared in their memories, your existence was a great comfort to them. They all believe you once lived amongst them.
I know.
Well, now that I found you, let's continue this conversation some other time. Dane might still need my help.
Captain Dainsleif? Twilight's sword, you mean? No need to meet up with him. Things should already be settled on his end.
Settled?
Exactly. As someone who could only exist in people's memories, the fact that I'm able to talk to you in my consciousness like this can only mean one thing. The Loom of Fate has already been completed.
Okay, what? The Loom of Fate is already complete. That means the eye of the first field tiller must have fallen into the hands of the Abyss. Could something have happened to Dane?
No need to worry about Captain Dainsleif. He's absolutely fine. The only reason he lost the eye was because I happened to guess exactly what he was planning. Captain Dainsleif has had the eye inside his body this whole time, hasn't he?
Excuse me?
His plan was to lure the Abyss Order to a false location, capitalizing on their pursuit of the eye in order to have the chance to confront the princess. He would then hand the eye to you and tell you to take it away from that location. That way, Captain Dainsleif could accomplish his own goal and ensure the safety of the eye all at once. A very thorough plan.
But Dane never handed me the eye.
That's right. Because in his mind, he had given it to you already.
Oh, wonderful. Wait, does that mean he gave Dane a false memory? You made him think that? When?
Before you two entered that false location.
Figures. That's what that weird mind stuff was all about.
Traveler, wait. We've no time to lose. Let's head inside.
If only Aether had pushed him on that. So, when Dane froze up back then, it was because a false memory was being implanted in his mind. No wonder.
That was when I implanted the memory of him handing you the eye. Given the tense situation at that time, Captain Dainsleif failed to notice anything out of the ordinary, and took that memory to be real. I'm sorry, Traveler, but I needed the Loom of Fate to be completed. And to do that, we had to retrieve the eye.
So, Dane had the eye this whole time, until the Abyss Order took it away. I'm not sure there's anything we could have done. Now that the Loom of Fate is complete, what are you planning on doing with it?
I promise I'm not trying to conceal anything from you, but I truly have no idea what the princess is planning.
So you don't know what it's going to be used for. For all you know, it could be used to, like, end up killing all the people that you just got familiar with, in Vimara Village. But hey, whatever. Just give them some kind of crazy weapon of potentially mass destruction. Whatever.
Tevat's ley line system is deeply entrenched in the planet. Creating new ley lines can neither replace nor extend the ones that already exist. In the face of everything they could be planning, I fear I'm too insignificant to even get a glimpse of the bigger picture. In any case, I had my own use for the Loom of Fate, and my goal, at least, has been achieved.
Your goal?
You remember my father, don't you? Clotar Alberic. I believe you saw him in your sibling's memory, after he used the power of the Abyss to restore consciousness to my hilichurl form. I suffered from an indescribable level.
Now it's coming back to me. Now it's coming back to me.
To comfort me, my father told me a story. That this was a fairy tale world, where I had to take on the form of a little monster. That story managed to dispel my fears. even if just for a moment. My goal was simple. To use the Loom of Fate in its near-completed form, when its ability to create memories was at its strongest, to implant a specific memory into the minds of the Hilichurls. In that memory, I would tell them a story, just like my father did for me. It was a story of fairy tales and love. But more than anything, it was the story of us.
So the thing that caused Hilichurls to calm down back then was Kari Bear's story. So that was his goal. That was the only thing he wanted. He had a device as powerful as the Loom of Fate at his disposal, and all he wanted to do with it was to offer the Hilichurls a moment of comfort and peace.
I can't change the world. Not when I lost the very right to exist within it. Implanting those memories, that was the most worthwhile thing I could offer.
Perhaps. I think it was very meaningful indeed. It still, gave a really powerful weapon to the Abyss Order, though.
All that's left of my existence is a wisp of residual consciousness tied to the Loom of Fate. In truth, that trace of my consciousness should have dissipated long ago. My goal was the one thing that allowed me to hold on all this time. But now, the bedtime story is finished. And it's finally time to rest.
There he goes.
Looks like I was too late to see Kari Bear one last time.
Oh boy. I was not expecting to see her here.
Kari Bear's consciousness is gone, and this space will soon disappear along with it. Neither of us belongs here. That's why we're not tangible. Were that not the case, I'd love to hug you too.
Well, she keeps running away, but...
Well, how about a conversation?
Sure. Wait, then she just turns around and walks off. Okay.
The chance to just stop and talk like this is certainly not easy to come by. Wouldn't you agree?
Yeah, I almost can't believe it's real.
That battle earlier was tough. The one against Dane, I mean. I didn't expect that after everything, he would still hesitate to raise his sword against me. Were it not for that, perhaps I'd still be no match for the Twilight Sword. Even after 500 years.
What exactly are you planning? What are you going to do with the Loom of Fate?
The Loom of Fate, huh? I still haven't found a way to utilize it to its full potential. But there's still time before the Heavenly Principles awaken.
The Heavenly Principles are still asleep.
Yes, for 500 years now, ever since the Cataclysm in Conria. There's been no sign of activity. Not long ago, you witnessed the Hydro Archon destroy her divine throne. Yes? Such a flagrant disregard for the rules, And still, Celestia took no action. I suppose that's proof enough of the Heavenly Principles situation. However, the Heavenly Principles will awaken. We just don't know when that will be, or what might trigger it.
You really hate the Heavenly Principles, don't you?
You could say that. Just look at Kari Bear. He was so pure and single-minded. The space we now find ourselves is a perfect representation of who he was. Quiet and peaceful. Even as a hilly churl, seeing the terrible sight within the mirror wasn't enough to taint his spirit. He brought comfort to the people of this world, even though he was denied the very right to be a part of it. So ask yourself this. Who was it that deprived him of that right to exist? Of course, that's only one example. My feelings about the Heavenly Principles are too complicated to explain in just a few words. Ether?
Wow, she actually said his name.
You're the only one in this world who calls me that.
No, that's not entirely true. I mean, I gave him the name of Aether, but okay.
There's so much I wanted to ask you, but for some reason, I'm not interested in asking those questions right now. There's just one thing I have to ask. One thing I could never understand. Why? Why can't we continue our journey together?
At the end of my journey, I arrived at a place known as the Sea of Flowers at the end. Do you remember? A long time ago, when we traveled between worlds together, you told me you wanted to find a place in the universe where that one flower was in full bloom. To have a place like that suddenly appear before me. Well, would you think of that as a coincidence?
You mean...
I miss you too, Ether. But as this war continues to rage, and as I continue to seek that final answer, I don't even know how to face myself sometimes, let alone my own brother.
What's going on?
Well, the place is collapsing.
This space has lost its tether. I doubt it'll be able to exist much longer. In fact, aside from our inability to physically interact with each other, there's something else you should know about this space. With Kari Bear gone, we won't be able to remember anything that happened here.
That's not good.
Everything in space will be wiped from existence, including all memory of our reunion.
You're only telling me this now?
Yeah, I still don't agree with what she's doing. I mean, I don't have the full context yet, but still.
Still so sleepy. Paimon's head feels all fuzzy. Oh, Paimon woke up a little earlier than you, so Paimon will fill you in. The villagers said that they saw us sleeping near the village yesterday. They couldn't wake us up no matter how hard they tried, so they decided to just bring us back here.
Okay.
Oh, and Dane came by just now. It looked like he was injured. He didn't say anything, though. Just made sure that you were all right and left. Kinda seemed like he had a lot on his mind, but that's Dane for ya.
He never changes, does he? I'm having trouble thinking straight right now.
Let's think for a second. We were in that memory, and we saw that guy you called Kari Bear. He was the missing villager that we've been trying to find, right? And after that, Paimon doesn't remember what happened.
Kari Bear and I talked for a while. He told me about the Limb of Fate.
Wait, really? What a score!
I guess our commission is complete then. The missing villager, the person who only existed in people's memories, was Kari Bear all along, but now that he's gone, I'm not sure how to explain things to the villagers.
Well, what happened after that?
After that? I can't seem to remember. Maybe I'm just tired. I feel like something else happened, but why can't I remember? I'm not sure why, but it almost feels like I lost something.
Ah, there you are. Sleep well?
Bayram, you sure seem happy. Did something good happen?
Something good? Huh. Wasn't anything good or bad, I'd say. It's just that, well, the village organized another search party yesterday. It didn't feel right to leave all the searching to the adventurers. So there we were, searching away, when suddenly this one guy said it all came back to him. According to him, one day around dusk, he was passing by this one tree outside the village, and he saw our missing villager. There he was, sleeping under that tree all by himself. His parents came a little later to wake him up, and they all left together. It looked like quite a happy family, apparently.
Huh.
And after that, well, we all started to feel like that really is what happened. Kind of strange that we forgot all about it for so long.
So he used his ability to implant memories to give him that one final memory. That's how Kari Bear said his goodbyes. That was the last memory he gave them.
Oh, and we also remembered his name, Kari Bear. Now, that's not a name you hear every day. Would have been helpful if we remembered it sooner.
That is a unique name. Make sure you remember it this time.
Well, I hope he's happy wherever he is. And we're all relieved now that we know what happened.
Well, that solves the problem of explaining things to them.
Seems like everyone thinks Kari Bear left the village. That's probably for the best. At least they have some sort of explanation now.
The Kari Bear is gone, the Limb of Fate is now complete, and no one else will try to change the villagers' memories.
Paimon wonders how Atos is doing. Maybe we should go check on her. If she hasn't remembered like everyone else, we can tell her what happened. Paimon didn't see her in the village just now, so she's probably at the tree. Come on, let's go talk to her.
Okay, so I'll go do that, and then I'll be ending the video if that doesn't, like, end this whole quest. I hope it ends the quest, though.
Hey, Atosa, how's it going?
Oh, it's you two. I was just about to go looking for you. I wanted to thank you. I was part of the search party, so I remember what happened to Kari Bear now. Honestly, I just can't believe I forgot something so important.
Maybe he wanted you to forget him. I'm sure he wouldn't want you to forget him. Wow, those are two completely different options. I'm sure he wouldn't want you to forget him, sure.
It's funny, but I have this feeling he told me the same thing. I just can't seem to remember when. I guess it doesn't really matter anyway. Life is made up of a series of memories. As long as I hold on to our time together, he'll always be a part of my life. I'm just happy I got to meet him. So, who cares what happens in the future, right? Okay, I'll admit. I'm just putting on a brave face.
Figured as much.
I was dumped, wasn't I?
Not quite.
Otherwise, why would he just leave like that without saying goodbye?
I'm sure he had his reasons.
You don't need to comfort me. I'll be okay. It's just like Kari Bear said. It's the things we overcome that make life more precious. And you know, if he has a heart, maybe he'll come back and see me one day. Anyway, thanks for all your hard work, you two. I promised I'd help Granny Jahiet with something, so I should head back. Goodbye.
Well, that should be it, right? Everyone's lives can go back to normal now. Oh, right! Weren't you about to tell Paimon what happened after your conversation with Kari Bear?
Right. What was it that happened? I can't remember. Huh. It feels like there's something in my pocket.
A picture? Where'd that come from? Let Paimon see.
Oh, You must get along with each other, the two of you. Huh, that's neat. I wasn't expecting a picture like that, but cool. Very, very nice. And bedtime story has completed. Awesome. I was not expecting it to be that short. I'm not gonna lie, that was a very short, you know, Archon Quest, but I'm glad that it was. So in the next video, I will be focusing on this timed event right here, and then if there's still time, I will move on to a story quest, probably Farina's. So, yeah, thank you very much for watching. I enjoyed this Archon Quest. I hope that you did too. And I will see you next time when I hopefully finish the timed event. Bye-bye.